Yes. It's a little squeaky. Yeah. Thank you. We go. Okay. All right. Number two. It was very clean and very economic. It was straight to the point. Exactly the information that they needed. Don't? Wouldn't you agree, or would you have an observation? Okay. Yes, Kayla. Ah, that's a very good point, actually. Yeah. At the end, maybe it was clear, right? It was clear. Remember when we do this and then cut off, and then we do the prep and stuff like that. If you do this, when I use that, what you use is like if there's a section or an instrument in the ensemble that is still going to be playing or sustaining something, like everybody goes to the fermata off, and one is still there. Okay, so that's what pretty much what that means. If you do this, someone is sustaining. If you do this, maybe, yeah, okay, or yeah, yeah. No, no, those were fine. It's just the last one. She was talking about the last one. Just the last one. You can do something that tells us that you're cutting off, but the sound is gonna stop. At the very end, you can do that. And if you do this and stay there and just cut off with the left hand, then this one has to move away. Yeah. Okay. Or something like, yeah. Okay. Sometimes you can do this. You can do that too. Just don't drop the baton, right? Yeah. Or and pull it. You can pull it back. Yeah, that too. But just for the last one. For the others, it was fine to do. It was great, actually, very clear to do left hand and then prep with both. Yeah, yeah. Good. Number two. Thank you, Kayla. What happened? What happened? Tell me what happened. What did you feel? What happened?
I tried to do the clicks. I even like wrote it in there, but I
Hmm.
don't think I did it successfully.
Okay. Maybe it was a little too fast for the tempo that you needed. Like remember, if it's a click, that's gonna work as a prep, and it has to be in the tempo and character of what's gonna happen in the music. So yap ba 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 da da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. So this has to be a tempo. Ya da da. Right?
Okay.
Has to be a tempo too. Go ahead. Yes. And say, right, same thing at the end, at the very end, just at the very end, right? And sometimes, and I've given you alternatives in time. Sometimes another downbeat will do it. For the final cutoff, you can do that. Da one, or maybe just the right hand. Dee. Okay, anything that indicates a very conclusive cutoff. That's all you need there. All right. Um, this one here, actually, right, yeah, cut off and prep at the same time. Can you do that one for me? It's just the first line, just the first line. We do the first line one more time, please. D major, D major, D major. Thank you. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll work. I'll work. You have the control of doing that and that. But then again, when I ask people to do it, I ask them to consider the fact of the travel in such a tempo. Yatta ti pa 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 ti, so that this travel actually is stretching it a little. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's all. So that it doesn't look too rushed. That's all. Yeah. But let me tell you this: the first time you did it without the cutoff, it worked too. The because your prep actually automatically worked as the cutoff there. Okay. And if again going back to that page 77 in the textbook when it talks about these fermatas, there's one other example that is not necessarily a fermata, but the book calls it tenuto note, how to conduct a tenuto note, which is only stretching the note on whatever the beat is without interruption and going to the next one, which would be almost the equivalent to some of the stuff that we'll be doing here. But just don't be surprised. And they actually put the word T-E-N dot on top of the note. Like if you go, if this were written that way, yatati, yatata, you just have to stretch it. Titati, yatata, yatata, if it were going to be a short one. So that's another way to do it without interruption. But that's more a tenuto note, like an elongated value of the note, not really a fermata. Does it make sense? And that happens as singers know it, opera arias or songs, or concertos. You have some of those too, according to what the soloist does, right? And then even in orchestral pieces, whenever the conductor deems it necessary. Let's move on to the next one. Very good so far. Brooke, number 3. Okay. It almost looks like at times you don't necessarily even need the cutoff gesture because it's so clear you're already there. It's like, for example, when you get to that one, da da, it looks like all you needed with the way you move, which is pretty amazing, I should say. All you needed was an extra push onto. Dee da, ba dee. It's less disruptive than doing all this. You see what I'm saying? Can you try that for me?
Yeah, just 43.
Yeah, 43. And you can do this. Dee da, da da. It seems so natural just to go in that direction rather than do all that. Okay? It's very clean, very clear. So I won't make any observation about that 'cause it's already there. 43. 43 is the, what is the G flat. Thank you. Good. You know what you want. Let's just work on that last one. Dee da da dee da, and you have to give it a little dee. Give it a point of arrival. Okay. So if you're like waiting there, dee. No, you have to go to it because you want it to wait a little, right? So instead of going up, you go to the middle. Da, and then just up just to get to the final one. Now you could do up too, but you still have to give it a point of arrival. Dee dee da dee da dee dum.
Okay.
Make sense? I think it's easier to go to the middle and wait until you do that. Okay? Take it from the pickup to that 72. Pick up to the what? Third to last measure. Yeah. Thank you. D, A flat. Yes, yes, much better. Can you do something else for me? I
Yeah.
keep adding things. Dee dee da dee da, and make your wrist help you because you're over here. Make your wrist help you. This movement with the wrist is actually very easy to do when we're here. Not so much when we're here, but here it's easy. And since you're going to the middle, you can give it a little dee dee da dee da. Ah.
Mhm.
Da. So they're all together on the da, whoever is going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay? So a little dee dee da dee da. Boom.
Mhm.
Can you do that?
Can try.
Same place, same place. D, A flat. Uh, uh. Are they ready for you? Are they ready? Now they are. And whack. Do you understand? That's the mechanics of it. So they know that you're placing it somewhere, and they will go with you there. Okay? That has to be always very clear. Very good. Number 4. Número 4. Oops, let's do that again. You
That
stopped a
was an
little.
accent, and I
Yeah,
stopped.
you stopped a little earlier. Yeah, take a punch, take a punch, okay?
Okay.
Punch, push, blah, 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 all those. Yeah,
Something.
yeah, something.
Okay.
Da capo. Very good, very good. Now, there are moments, and you have to remember this, there are moments when you don't really have to mirror all the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes you get them started. Ya tigga da tigga da tigga da da tigga da tigga da. Sometimes you have to use only your right hand. You don't have to mirror all the time. Okay? There are moments where you need your left hand. Just have it ready to go. That's all you need. Okay?
Okay.
Very nice, Brooke. Very nice. Thank you. Who's next? Ethan?